morning, authors.
Good morning, Miss Moore.
Good morning. We are going to do a writing activity today, but first we're going to review what we've been learning all week. What have we been learning about all week, Hannah?
Butterflies.
Butterflies. Right now, we're going to talk about the life cycle of a butterfly. We've learned lots of wing words. The wing words are what? They're our vocabulary words, right? But we were calling them wing words. I'm going to tell you a new one today. I think it's a new one. You remind me if you've heard of it before. This big word right in the middle here, this says metamorphosis. Has that been a word that we've heard this week reading all of our butterfly books or watching the videos?
No.
Can anybody guess what metamorphosis might mean? Bella? No, let me tell you. Metamorphosis is a word that we use to talk about when something changes from one thing to another. So we've learned in all of these books that we've read, we have learned about how butterflies change. Let's go through this really quickly. What do butterflies start out as? Eggs. They start out as eggs. This says first the butterfly lays eggs. And then next, larva. Then the caterpillar hatches from an egg. And then the next stage is the pupa. Next, the caterpillar forms a what? What other word? A chrysalis. Right here, chrysalis. And then it turns into an adult butterfly. This is finally an adult butterfly emerges. That means comes out of the chrysalis and it turns into a butterfly. What's the adult butterfly do?
Die.
Well, it does die. But it starts the cycle all over by making more eggs. And we just have a big circle, right?
Around and around and around.
That's the life cycle of a butterfly. So now, authors, we're going to talk about writing. Because when we're done talking about this, and we're going to write something together, when we're done talking about this, we're all going to write our own butterfly story. You're going to be the authors. So here are the goals that I want you to think about while you're writing. The first one says, I want you to write the sounds that you hear in the words. So when you're going to write a word, and you might not know how to spell it, and you might not see it anywhere in the room. If we need to look for a word, where can we look? On our word wall. Very good. If you don't know how to spell a word, I want you to use the sounds and write those sounds, just like we do when we are stretching a word out, like k, a, t, cat. So we know k, c, a, t. That's how I want you to write them out. Now, this says use finger spaces. Where do I want those finger spaces? Between the words. Because if you squish those words all together, it doesn't make any sense to your readers, right, authors?
Yes.
Very good. This says use word wall. What are we going to use our word wall for? We just talked about it, Hannah.
For just in case you don't know how to spell a word.
If we don't know how to spell one of our sight words, let me ask you this. Are you going to find words about butterflies on our word wall?
No.
Nope, just our sight words. So we're going to have other resources around our room. What other resources can we use to find words we might need to spell around our room about butterflies? Oh, Bella, what is this? This was our butterfly can and half chart that we made yesterday. Remember we said butterflies can fly, they grow, they drink nectar, they have poison, and they taste with their feet. If you want to write one of those things, you can always use this chart. And what about have? They have wings, a tongue like a straw. They have spots on their wings to look like what? Eyes. What do those spots do?
Scare the predator.
They scare away the predators. Butterflies have antennas, and they also have tiny scales. We'll be out. You can come back in just a few minutes and show me, okay? This writing goal says, tell more. What do we think we mean by tell more? Tell more of it, tell more about it. So I don't want you to just write butterflies. I want you to write something like butterflies can fly. Very good, Brayden, thank you. Oh, this is really important. This says start with a capital. Oh, what do we start with a capital?
That means
Hannah?
start with a big letter.
Start with a big letter. The first word of your sentence is going to start with a big letter. This, and then the rest of them are going to be small, right? They're going to be lowercase letters. This says end with punctuation. Oh, your punctuation mark. So what's going to be at the end of most of your sentences, Cameron? A. Right here, it's right here. What is that? A little dot. It's your period. Sometimes you might write a question and it will have what at the end?
A period.
Nope, a question mark. Very good. This one is also really important. I want all of my friends to practice this. This says make the words easy to read. What do we think that means? If we're going to make the words easy to read, Bella? We want them to be easy to read for our readers, right, author? So we are going to write very neatly. We're going to make finger spaces between our words. We're not going to cram all of our letters super close together. They're going to have spaces too, right?
You did. You're gonna
Yeah, it'll just look like blah, 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 blah. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Let's practice together. You're going to get a paper that looks something like this. There's a big box at the top. What are we going to put in that box? Oh, maybe a butterfly? We're going to, if authors also draw the pictures, what are they doing? They're also the illustrator. So we're going to illustrate a picture about what we're writing. So Miss Moore is going to practice writing a story with you right now, okay? Let's see if we can write one together. And I'm going to practice all of those goals. And I'm going to show you on your paper. Down here at the bottom, it says, it has the little prompts like we had on our chart, that you're going to write your words neatly, you're going to use your word wall, you're going to use finger spaces, you're going to write more, and you're going to use capitalization and punctuation. When you are finished with your story, I'm gonna have you illustrate it, and then I want you to go down here and check and make sure you did all of those things, okay? So let's do this together right now. So let's write a story about butterflies. Can we do that together?
Yeah.
So I already know how to spell butterflies because I wrote it a lot of times. Azan knew how to spell butterflies because I watched his eyes and he looked up here on this chart. So now he knows how to spell it correctly so that his readers can read the word butterflies and know what he is writing. So Azan, go ahead and spell that again. Oh, look what Miss Moore did. What is this? It's a capital B at the beginning of my sentence. So that was one of our goals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Azan, spell butterflies again for me. Butterflies. What can we? Oh, look what else I did. I made the rest of those letters lowercase. I can check that off of my goals, right? So let's write a sentence about butterflies. What can we say about butterflies, Hannah?
Butterflies can fly.
Butterflies can fly. Let's practice sounding out a word and writing the sound. Jamal, you can help me do this, okay? I'm going to write the word can. Let's write this sound. I asked Jamal. Jamal, C. What's next? Oh, A. I'm going to move this chair so that I can stand up. And then what's next? What's the last word? Can. Butterflies can. Well, what if I don't know how to spell the word fly? Let's see if I can use one of my other goals. I think I can. I think I can look at this chart up here and find the word fly. And I know that I can find the word fly. Thank you. Stop. Fly because I can say it and I know it starts with a. So I know it starts with an F. So I'm going to look up here. This starts with an F. Fly. So I can come over here and write the word fly. Butterflies can fly. And good job, Hannah. And at the end of my sentence, I can check off another goal because I used punctuation and made a period at the end of my sentence because I was telling you something, not asking a question, right?
Yes.
Another goal that we have is to write more, right? Jamal, can you sit up and look forward, please? Because you're going to do this by yourself in just a few minutes, okay?
So what?
Oh, everyone turn around. It's just Deani at the door. Go play. All right, all eyes on me. Cameron, turn around. All eyes on me. Jamal. We have another goal, and it is to write more. So we need another sentence about butterflies. Deani, we are learning, and I'm teaching right now. You've been in this door and at the back door. You need to go to first grade, okay? Okay, then go out that door and outside of first grade. All right, I'm gonna shut this door. Maybe that'll keep the first graders in first grade, we'll see. All right, we're gonna write more. Let's think of another sentence that we can write about butterflies. We have butterflies can fly. What else can we say about butterflies? Austin?
Every time they want to fly, they flap their wings back and forward.
That is a lot of words. Let's think about another way that we can say what Austin said. How do butterflies fly?
By flapping their wings.
They flap their wings. write the word. We can start our sentence with they. We might not remember how to spell the word they, but we know that's one of our sight words. We know how to read it, right? So we can find that on our, what is this? On our word wall. So we have to look up here and find the word they. Here it is, T-H-E-Y. They. Oh, I'm writing a new sentence. So what did I do at the beginning of this word? Oh, I used a capital T. They. And then Austin, I'm going to have you help me write the sounds of the word flap. So, F. They flap. A. And at the end, what do you think's at the end? Flap.
P.
P.
Good job, Austin.
They flap their wings. And I'm going to write the word there. They flap their wings.
That's a long
Oh,
sentence.
that is a long sentence. What else can we put? What do I need at the end of that
A
sentence?
period.
A period. Very good. So we've met our writing goals on this sentence. Let's write a little bit more about butterflies. Charles?
They can die.
We read a lot about butterflies dying today, didn't we? Yeah. I asked Charles. I have one Charles. They don't eat the leaves. They eat from the flowers. Aiden. The liquid from the flowers. Nectar. Very good. So let's write they eat nectar. All right. So we already used the word they. So I can look right up here and spell it again. Oh, at the beginning of my sentence, what did I make sure I used?
You put a cap.
Okay. And then, what have I been doing the whole time between my words?
Finger spaces.
Making finger spaces. They eat. Who knows how to spell eat? Azan, do you know? E-A-T. Very good. Nectar is a really hard word. We could write the sounds, or we can look up here on our chart. And it says nectar right here. Nectar. All right, what's going to go at the end of my sentence?
A period.
A period. All right, authors. Did I meet all my writing goals?
Yes.
I used capital letters. I used finger spaces. I used punctuation. I wrote my words neatly so that my readers can read them. And I wrote a lot more. So if I had a paper like yours, I would be able to check all the boxes at the bottom because I met all of my writing goals, right? Once I do that, I can draw a picture. So I just have a black marker. I'm going to do a really quick picture. So we wrote, let's read what we wrote. Ready? Butterflies can fly. They flap their wings. They eat nectar. So if I'm going to draw a picture about what we wrote, maybe I would draw some grass down here. And how about I draw a flower?
You're good at drawing.
So are you.
Thank you.
So now I have a flower because where do the butterflies get nectar, Ariane?
A flower.
Oh, they get it from flowers. So then than their tongue. But what is their tongue like?
Straw.
It's like a straw. So maybe I would draw like a straw tongue going down into the flower, drinking the nectar. And that will tell my readers about what I wrote. That will give them clues about what I wrote.
Good job, Miss Moore.
Oh, thank you, Hannah. You guys did a really great job helping me. Thank you. So what I'm going to do, sit down. I'm not done yet. Sit down, I'm not done yet. Listen, 5-star listeners, hands down. I didn't ask a question, Hannah. Turn around. What I'm going to do is send you all back to your desks when I say, I'm going to give you all a paper that looks just like this, and you're going to write your own story. I'm also going to turn this page back to our butterfly life cycle chart because there's lots of words on here that you might use. If you need help figuring out what one of these words are, I definitely can help you. I'll help you read it again. But I want you to write a story about butterflies, and then I want you to illustrate your picture.
Can I write that on this?
You can use some of these words, but listen here, authors. Do authors copy other authors' words?
No.
No. Do I want your story to say, fly, grow, drink nectar, have poison, and taste with their feet?
No.
No, because that's not a story. That's a lot of statements, right? That's just telling me a lot of things.
And there's
So I want you to practice actually writing. Do you need some help, Jordan? Okay. I want you to actually practice writing complete sentences using all of our goals and make a story. And I have 18 friends today, so I should see 18 different stories about butterflies in 18 different pictures. Authors, when you illustrate your picture, do I want you to do it all black like Miss Moore did? No.
Use different
I want you to use different colors. How many different colors do I want you to use?
5.
At least 5 different colors because I want it to be really interesting for your readers, okay?
Okay.
All right, authors, thank you so much. I can't wait to read your stories. Everyone can go back to their desk and I'm pass these out.
Okay.